Right. So, what is the topic for today, guys? What is the topic? Okay. So, you can open page number 4 in the material. You can open page number 4 in the material. And what does the topic say? What does the topic say on the top? Okay. I want everyone to, be active on the chat box. I want everyone to be active on the chat box. Right. So, what is the topic? Okay. Page number 4. Open page number 4. Okay. And it's called the beginning. Okay. So, is Bhavana attending the session? Is Bhavana attending the session? Bhavana, you're there? Is Bhavana there in the session? Okay. Guys, is Soumya Ganapati there? Soumya Ganapati, you're there? Or can you please, if Soumya, you are there, can you please unmute yourself and talk to me? Hello, you guys are there? Not there? Okay. Can anyone actually unmute and talk to me, guys? Please, quickly. I just want to ask you a quick question. That is the reason. Okay. So, okay. So, who else is there? Okay. So, fine. Okay, no problem. Right. Let me just start off. Right. So what is that which is written on top of the page today? I want you to read it out. What is the top of thing that is written actually? Okay. So it says, convince your mind you won't be able to understand everything today. Just move on. Isn't it? Did you read that? Yes, no? Did you read it? Read it? Guys, I want you to respond quickly. You must be very fast in responding. Did you read it? Yeah. So I would be teaching a lot of things today, which is very needed. Okay, but I cannot skip this chapter in any way. So that that is why I had to put that statement on top of the material, which says, "Convince your mind you will not be able to understand everything today. Just move on." Okay. But I will be introducing a lot of things today, which you might feel it is very new. You are hearing all these things for the very first time, and you might initially feel it very difficult, but gradually over a period of time, say within a week's time, I'll be repeating those terminologies again and again, so that things would become normal. Is that okay, guys? So don't get panicked, don't get scared, don't feel very worried, okay, when you don't understand any topic very clearly. So absolutely don't worry. But yes, I will try my best to make you understand a lot of things. But I understand that you being beginners to Java, or many of them being beginners to programming, you may not be able to catch everything today. So have no worries. Okay. So having said that, okay, so the topic starts like this. Before starting off Java, I always want to make sure that we appreciate the person who actually developed Java. Do you know who developed Java, guys? Okay, it's given in the material. Can you tell me who is developed Java actually? Okay, it is none other than James Gosling. Okay, so he was working with Sun Microsystems. Okay, James Gosling was heading the team, okay, at Sun Microsystems, and he is the one who was the head of developing the entire Java programming language. Okay, so after now Java belongs to which company? Java is a programming language. It's an open source programming language. It belongs to which company now? It was earlier belonging to Sun Microsystems. Okay, it was earlier belonging to Sun Microsystems. Okay, then Sun Microsystems got acquired. Okay, by Oracle. Okay, no, so Oracle people got this company Sun, and now Java belongs to Oracle. It is no more Sun Microsystems. Okay, so Java belongs to Oracle. So he worked for Oracle for quite a few number of years, and then he switched over to Google. He worked for Google also, and I think now James Gosling is no more there in Google. I think he has left Google. I'm not sure. Okay, let us not even bother about it. It's not really important for now. Okay, so can you all just put that in the chat box? Who was the person behind Java? Who is the person behind Java? Who is the father of Java, guys? Put that in the chat box just to make sure that you guys have understood that, right? Yeah, it is James Gosling. Okay, no, it is James Gosling, right? And Java belongs to which company currently? It belongs to which company? Who owns Java? Put that also in the chat box. Who owns Java? Okay, it is owned by Oracle. Awesome, right? Having said that, okay, let us move to the next question, which is there in the material, right? So now tell me, who uh, uh, you know uh, what is the difference between C and Java, guys? What do you think is the difference between C and Java? Okay, that is the second thing. Okay, what is the difference between C and Java? Any idea? So that we can I understand that many of them have not learned C. Okay, I know that many of them are new to this, but still, okay, what is the difference between C and Java? There are many differences. I understand that there are many differences, but what is the main difference? Main difference. What is the main difference between C and Java? Okay, no, so the main difference between C and Java is that, okay, C is procedure oriented language. Okay, C is procedure oriented language. It is a procedure oriented language. Okay, whereas Java is an object oriented language. Okay, Java is an object oriented language, right? So many people were asking me yesterday, sir, what do you mean by object oriented language and all that? Okay, so please do not worry about what is object oriented language and all for now. Okay, so just understand that there is a topic called as object oriented language, or there is a term called as object oriented. Okay, just understand that for now, because I'll not be able to explain what is the difference between procedure oriented language and object oriented language until you reach the page number 65 of your material. Okay, can you quickly turn your to the page number 65 of your material and say what is the topic quickly? Okay, when we reach page number 65, I will be explaining you about object oriented in detail. Okay, so for now I want you to just understand that there are these two terminologies, right? So can you quickly go to page number 65 and tell me what is the topic which is there in page number 65? Okay, quickly everyone. Exactly. Okay, so in the page number 65 I would be discussing object oriented thinking in detail, so have no worries. Until then, just understand that C is basically a procedure oriented language and Java is basically an object oriented language. That is the major difference. Okay, that is, there are many differences between C and Java. The major difference between C and Java is that, okay, if there is anyone who has already worked with C language, this is for you. Okay, in my class, if there is anyone who has already worked with C language, this is for you. So listen to me over here. Okay, okay, 1 second guys, 1 second. Okay, uh okay, 1 second, give me a moment. Yeah, okay, right. So yeah, so can you hear me now guys? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Someone is saying little louder. Can you hear me guys? Yeah, okay. Right, I'm actually screaming. Okay, yeah. So for those people who are actually, those people who are basically, working with, who have already worked with C language. Normally, what you do in C language is that you basically work with functions, right? No, everywhere you keep on writing functions. Okay, but in Java, right, you don't write functions. You basically actually write, you work with objects. Okay, so there are many who don't understand this. Absolutely, don't worry. But for those people who have already worked with C, it is for them. Okay, so in C, you give more importance to functions, okay, or procedures. Procedures are nothing but functions, okay, functions or procedures, okay, or procedures. Whereas, okay, in Java, basically you give more importance to your objects. Okay, so everything is all about objects. Now you might ask me, what do you mean by objects? What do you mean by real-time entity and all that? Okay, Syed Amin Bukhari, what are you trying to do in the class, Syed? Okay, do you want me to ban you? Yes, ban you. Okay, can you kindly stop doing nonsense in the class? I request you. It's a very serious class. Okay, yeah, I kindly request you not to touch anything and just listen to my sessions. Fine, please don't disturb me in the class. Yeah, yeah. Okay, don't do anything. Just listen to me. Yeah, it's okay. Right. So C is basically a procedure-oriented language, and Java is an object-oriented language. Where C you work with more of procedures and functions, and in Java you make use of more and more of objects. Okay. Now, simply saying, don't worry about anything else for now. Okay. So only thing that you need to keep now in mind is that C is basically used for developing system software. Okay, and Java is actually used for application software. Having said that, C focuses, or C is a language designed keeping functions in mind. That is, it is basically a procedure oriented language, and Java is basically keeping is developed using keeping objects in mind, right? You call it as an object oriented language. Okay, is still here? Okay guys, still here? Okay, is still here? Okay guys, yes, no, everyone quickly. Taylor, okay? Yeah, okay. Having said that, let me actually move to the next topic now. Okay. Now, tell me, guys, what is the, yeah, okay. Okay, I understand that you will have still doubts on procedure oriented, object oriented. Please don't worry. Wait till the page number 65. Okay, Kavya, I'm telling you, please wait till page number 65. I will tell you all about objects. For now, don't understand. I'm telling you guys that, did you understand? See, I'm asking you to keep this in mind that C is a procedure oriented language and Java is an object oriented language. Understand so much. That is enough for now. Understanding it, I understand there is a lot of things you won't understand. My question is, did you keep this in mind? Okay, don't understand anything else. Okay, so who is this moderator here? Who is this moderator? 1 second, 1 second guys, give me a moment. 1 second, there are a lot of people. 1 second, give me a Guys, just give me a moment. Okay. Guys, just give me a moment. Okay. Guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I had to ban 2 more students now from the session. Okay. I seriously don't understand. I seriously don't understand. Okay. Why are you doing this? Okay. Guys, our team is behind always checking if there are any extra people attending the session. Okay. No. Please make sure you don't share your links to anyone. Why are you trying to do this? Please, it's very irritating and it's very disturbing the class having a lot of people coming, and please try not to share the link with anyone else. Don't you have so much of common sense that you're not supposed to do it? Understanding it, right? Yesterday we banned 2 to 3 people, and we also removed one person who already paid the fees. We are not giving the fees back. Okay. And today again I had to ban 2 more people. Guys, understand, it's a very serious, you want to help someone. Okay, you want to help someone after attending the class, go and teach them here. Don't share the link. Have some common sense. You're getting it, right? Please try understanding it. Okay. Is this what your parents or your parents have really taught you? Are you really cultured? Really, I don't understand what kind of people you guys are here from. What kind of family you people have? Those people who have shared that link, what kind of family you guys have come? Dirty third class family I might be you guys are from. Okay, so don't make us, you will not be able to do it anyways. You will not be successful in doing it. Okay. Yeah, so because I'll do my best, I'll try to doing it, man. Okay. So yeah, so coming to this right now, so guys, my question is, did you really understand, I mean, did you understand that C is a procedure oriented language and Java is an object oriented language? Did you understand so much, right? Don't ask me what is object and all that. I will just tell you everything. So just answer my question. Is that okay? I know that you will not know what is object oriented. I'm going from the basics. Just answer my question. Okay. So for now, keep this in mind that C is a procedure oriented language and Java is an object oriented language. Is that okay? Correct? No? Right. Enough. No more questions. This is more than enough. Later I'll tell you what are all those things. Is that okay? Yeah. Having said that, right now, next one is that, now tell me, if suppose, okay, you want to learn Java. Okay, now suppose you want to learn Java. Can you tell me what is the first step to be taken to learn Java, guys? Can you tell me what is the first step? If suppose you want to start working on Java, what is the first step that you got to take? What is the first step that you actually got to take to actually learn Java? Okay, no, basic concepts, logic, compiler. Okay. Fix the mind, concepts, setup. Okay. So now listen to me. Let me give you another analogy. I'll give you an analogy. Okay. If suppose you want to, okay, now listen to me. If suppose you want to, cool. Let me tell you. If suppose you want to actually, cook your favorite biryani, right? Now, if you want to actually cook your favorite biryani, what is the first thing that you got to do? Tell me. Okay. Okay, can anyone just unmute and talk to me, guys, so that we can have a discussion? Anyone? Anyone who can just unmute anyone and you can talk to me, guys, quickly. Vessel, ingredients, recipe. Okay, get to know how to do it. Eat it once. Okay. No. Okay. Okay. Can't unmute. 1 minute. I'll give you. You can unmute yourself here. You can unmute. Not a problem. You can do it. I've given you permission to do it and all that. Okay. Now it's okay. Now let me tell you, right? So if you're unable to unmute here, okay, let me try whether you will be. Give me a moment. Okay. Yeah. Can you unmute now? Yeah. Yeah. You can.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Who is this?
Sir, sir, Hamshini.
Harshni.
Hamshini, sir.
What name?
Hamshini.
Hamshini. Okay, Hamshini. Yeah,
Sir.
Hamshini. Tell me here. What is that here? You tell me.
Sir, we need vessel.
You need vessels?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you think that is the thing that we need to actually have for cooking our favorite vegetable biryani? Do you think that vessel is needed? Vessel is needed, of course, but what is the first thing? What is the first thing?
Sir, we
And
should
then
carry
ingredients.
the recipe, sir.
No, 1 second. Harshini is speaking. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, tell me, what is it, Harshini? What else you need?
And then ingredients,
Ingredients. Then what else?
oil,
Oil. Then. Hope you will not give. I think you will be telling me the entire recipe for cooking it. Okay. So where are all these kept? Yeah. Where are all these kept, Hamshini?
Gas stove.
with our kitchen,
Huh? In your kitchen,
storeroom,
isn't it? Yeah, it is.
for
You kept it in your kitchen, isn't it? Now you keep it in your storeroom. Who is that? Yeah, you keep it in your kitchen, right? So all these are there in your kitchen, isn't it? Right? Okay, chalo. You can mute yourself. I'll talk to you. You can mute yourself. I'll talk to you. Okay, just mute yourself, right? So guys, what we need is basically, right? If you want to actually cook your favorite vegetable biryani, what you need is basically a kitchen. Yes or no, guys? Okay, you basically need what? You basically need a kitchen. Agree, disagree, guys? Yes or no? Put that in the chat box. What you need is a kitchen, correct? So what is that kitchen? Basically, kitchen will give you an environment. Yes or no? It will give you an environment to actually cook your favorite vegetable biryani or chicken biryani or whatever it is, correct? No. So my question to you is that, is it possible to actually cook your vegetable biryani in the bedroom? Is it possible to cook vegetable biryani in the bedroom, guys? Put that in the chat box. Okay, no. So do you think it is not possible? It is absolutely possible. Yeah. Okay, you cannot say it is not possible in bedroom. It is possible in bedroom, but only thing is, it is very difficult for you to cook that vegetable biryani in the bedroom, because there is no stove, or there is no utensils, or there is no vessels, or there is no ingredients, or there is nothing. Okay, there is nothing there in the bedroom. Yes or no? But if you can get one by one from the kitchen, place it in the bedroom, and then you want to do it, then of course, don't you think you can cook it in the bedroom, guys? Yes or no? Okay, but the environment there in the bedroom is not suitable for cooking your biryani, because the utensils, the ingredients, or whatever is that you want, right, everything would be there in the kitchen and not in the bedroom. Guys, agree or not? Agree with this? Yes or no? Right? So basically, if you want to actually cook your vegetable biryani, what you need is an environment, and kitchen will give you that environment. Yes or no? Say for example, you want utensils, it is there. Okay, you want ingredients, it is there. Anything that you want for cooking your vegetable biryani is present in your kitchen, and you are able to, you can go and actually access it, correct? No. So that is what is very important, even when you're actually want to learn or you want to work with Java, right? What you need is an environment. What you need, guys? Tell me, what is that you need to actually work or work on Java? What you need? Put that in the chat box. What do you need? You basically need an environment. Okay, now you might ask me, Subhash, what is that kind of environment? Okay, as it is, if you are learning Java for the very first time, or if you are actually trying to work with Java for the very first time, then your computer will not be ready to accept your Java commands. Do you know that? Yes or no? Your computer is not ready for now to actually accept your Java commands, or it will not be able to run your Java program or understand what you're trying to type and all those. Okay, the reason is that you have not set up your environment, correct? Now guys, do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Okay, am I fast, guys? Am I fast? Okay, am I fast or not? Am I fast? No, right? Yeah. So what you need is, you need basically an environment, right? No. So now the very first step to towards learning Java is, you have to set up your computer. That is, you have to set up your Java environment, right? You must make sure that your computer will be able to understand what you are actually typing in Java, or what is that you want to do in Java and all that, right? So what is that software called as, guys? What is that environment called as? What is that you want to put into your computer so that your computer will understand Java? It is basically called as your JDK. It is called as your JDK. You're understanding it? What is it, guys? Put that in the chat box. What is it you have to install on your computer so that your computer will start understanding your Java things? Okay, it is nothing but your JDK. JDK stands for what? What does JDK stand for? JDK stands for Java Development Kit. Okay, no, put that. I want everyone to put that in the chat box. Okay, it is called as Java Development Kit. Correct, no? So all your compilers, runtime environment, libraries, and all those things would be present in your Java development kit. Is that okay? Okay, now listen to me. There are a lot of confusions, right? So now you might ask me, sir, from where to install? Yesterday, in the chat box, everybody were asking me, so sir, how to install JDK? Where to install JDK? What should I do? Don't worry, I would be giving you a link which will give you all the instructions that is needed for you to follow, so that you can install your Java development kit onto your computer after the class. I will be sharing it in the WhatsApp group. Is that okay, guys? a complete link would be given to you. Step by step procedure would be given over there. Is that okay, guys? Right, all our previous students have done that, and you will be able to do it. Is that okay? Right, now tell me what is that you want to actually have on your computer. Once again, repeat once again, what is that you need on your computer so that your computer will understand Java? It is basically JDK, correct? No, now on the internet there are lot and lot of information about JDK, JDK, JRE, JDK. Have you heard of all these things? JDK, JRE and all those things, yes or no? Now if you're not heard, it's okay. Now I'll be telling you, right? Now tell me, now if you install JDK, what is that you will get? Okay, for when you install JDK, what is that you will get? Okay, can you turn your page to page number, just page number 5, your page number 5? Okay, now can you open your page number 5? Okay, so did you get that picture over there which says JDK? Did you get that picture which says JDK, guys? Yes or no? Okay, did you get a picture which says JDK? Correct, no? Okay, correct. Did you see that entire picture? So what does a JDK actually contain? Can you tell me what does a JDK actually contain, guys? Okay, when you download JDK from the internet, that is from Oracle's website, okay, this entire thing, what do you get? What do you get when you actually download that JDK? With that JDK is basically a zip file which will basically contain very important thing called as your, two things it will contain, right? Now, so that is called as your JRE, Java Runtime Environment, plus your development tools. Like, for let me give you an analogy. In your kitchen, what is the main thing that is needed for actually, preparing your vegetable biryani? What is the main thing that you needed? Don't you think you need gas actually? Yes or no? Gas and stove. You need a gas and a stove, right? Okay, that is the main part. That is what will actually cook your biryani, correct? No, gas and stove. Okay, so this JRE is like your gas and stove. Okay, no, and then you have your all utensils and all that. You call it as cutlery, correct? That is basically called as your development tools. Okay, so slowly you will understand what are these development tools and all that, like compilers and debuggers and all those things are called as your development tools, right? And here inside the JRE you have two important things. Okay, one is called as your JVM. JVM is the gas stove of your Java. Okay, you're understanding? He is the one who will cook your Java programs. JVM. JVM is the core part. JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine. What does JVM stand for, guys? Put that in the chat box. Okay, JVM stands for Java Virtual Machines, and along with it you will have a lot of runtime class libraries. Runtime class libraries, all these would be new to you guys. Okay, so don't worry if you don't understand everything at once, absolutely no problem. Okay, but it is right time for you to actually put all these things into your head. Okay, so I will go slow and I will be repeating things so that you understand. Right, now tell me, guys, what will happen? Okay, JRE stands for Java Runtime Environment. During runtime, when you want to run your code, okay, this is what basically will cook your Java programs. Okay, now listen to me very carefully. When you install JDK, right, what will come along with JDK, guys? Put that in the chat box. Okay, what will come along with your JDK? You are supposed to write JRE plus development tools. Can you please put that? Okay, JRE plus development tools. Put that in the chat box. JRE plus your development tools. Everyone, so that you'll understand. Or you can say JDK is equal to JRE plus development tools. Everyone, once again, write it. Okay, JDK is equal to, I put that in the material also. See here. Okay, JDK is equal to JRE plus development tools. Okay, JDK is equal to JRE plus development tools, correct? No, now inside JRE what would be there? Java runtime. And okay, what is JRE? Write the full form for JRE, guys. Everyone must type. Okay, it is like we are like small kids, we should write everything, only then we'll understand, right? What does JRE stands for? Okay, JRE stands for Java Runtime Environment. Very good. Okay, so what would be there inside that Java Runtime Environment? What would be there inside the Java Runtime Environment, guys? Tell me. Okay, it would, what would be there? JVM would be there and runtime class libraries would be there. Okay, no, so you might ask me what is JVM, what is runtime class environment. Don't worry for now anything, slowly you will understand everything, and just understand that. Okay, for now the main part is, one is the JVM. I'll explain what is JVM in some time. Okay, JVM is what which will help you run the Java programs. That is like the gas stove. That is the most important, that is the heart of your JDK. Okay, let us understand that. Don't understand anything else for now. Is that okay, guys? Is that okay? Right, yeah. So now tell me, if suppose you want to learn to do code in Java, or if you want to actually write your Java programs, or if you want to work with Java, what is the first thing that you got to do? You have to set up your environment on your computer. Yes or no, guys? You have to set up your environment, right? So if you want to set up your environment, what is that you have to install? Keep answering my questions, I'm revising things. Okay, what is that you have to install on your computer? JDK, correct? Now when you install JDK, what will you get? What is JDK is equal to? When you install JDK, automatically what you will get, guys? Okay, put that in the chat box. What will you get when you install JDK? You will get JRE and development tools. Okay, so in what does JRE stands for? Tell me, what does JRE stands for? Okay, JRE stands for, Okay, Java runtime environment. Very good. Okay, everyone, you should be quick while writing. Okay, now when you say in JRE, what is there inside JRE? What is there inside JRE, guys? Tell me. Put that in the JRE is equal to what? What is JRE is equal to? JRE is equal to, okay, JVM plus runtime class libraries. Okay, no, JRE is nothing but is equal to JVM plus runtime class libraries. Is that okay? You have anything to ask me? I will pause for a while. You want to ask me? You can ask me, guys. I want everyone to understand, then only proceed further. Is there anything that you want to ask me? I'm pausing. Very good, guys. Thank you. Thank you for responding, man. I love this. I love this energy. Very nice. Okay. You want to ask me anything, guys? Okay. Before proceeding further. Yeah. Okay, no, right. Okay, I'll quickly revise. Okay, see, there is no hurry in going, there is no hurry in learning Java. Let us go slowly, let us understand each and everything, and then only I'll proceed further. Okay, so please don't think that I will complete faster and nothing like that. Until everybody learns, I will not, I will not, leave you guys. Okay, so Shrivani is raising the hand. Let me, okay, Shrivani, tell me. I have given you permission to unmute. You can just talk to me, Shrivani. Shivani, you're talking? Shivani, you want to talk? You want to talk or you don't want to talk? I'm waiting for you.
No, sir, by mistake it got raised.
Yo, by mistake, why are you raising hands here? Anyways, chalo, no
Sir,
problem.
instead of starting, it was
Okay,
like that.
okay, no problem. It happens. Okay, no problem. You have any doubt? No, no. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
sir, no, sir.
No problem. Okay. So, guys, I'm just quickly revising to make sure that you have understood. First thing is, you know who developed Java, right? Tell me who developed Java, guys. Put that in the chat box. Who developed Java? Okay, quickly. Yeah, James Gosling. Very good. Second one. What is the difference between C and Java? What is the difference between C and Java, guys? Tell me. C is a procedure-oriented language and Java is an object-oriented language. Okay. So what is the meaning of object-oriented language? What are objects and all that? I will teach you when I reach page number. When I reach page number, tell me what is the page number? Okay, 65. Exactly. When I reach page number 65, I will extraordinarily teach you what you mean by object-oriented thinking. For now, don't worry about it. Is that okay? Right. Okay. So if you want to actually set up your, if you want to learn Java or if you want to start working with Java, what is that you have to actually, do? First thing is you have to set up your, and no, you should not say JDK. You have to set up your environment, computer environment, correct? So to set up your computer environment, what you need, you have to install JDK. Is that okay, guys? Okay. Clear with that? Fine. Awesome. Having said that, let me proceed to the next topic in the material. Okay, yeah. So can you see that there is something called as digest it slowly? Did you see that? Digest it slowly, guys. Did you see that? Okay, yes, no, just say yes, no, digest it slowly. Okay, so you will be coming across lot of terminologies like this. Okay, called as language, Java language specification, Java API, JDK, and IDE and all that. Okay, so when I used to conduct classes for earlier batches and all that, no, people used to always ask me during the initial session itself that, Subhash, what do you mean by Java language specification? What do you mean by Java API? What do you mean by JDK? What do you mean by IDE and all that? They're confused with these terminologies. Okay, so I'll just try to explain all these things. You may not understand initially, but don't worry. But it's, let me try to clear it off. Okay, no. Now, Java language specification means, now say for example, you have completed the course and you want to, say after 5 months, right? And you want to actually do some reference for Java. You want to actually go and learn about some, functions that I discussed in Java. You want to learn more about it. You want to learn more about the language specifications, like how system.out.println will work, or how the scanner class will work, and all those things, right? Now, what will you do, guys? Tell me, what will you do if you want to actually, go and check for such kind of things? Okay, okay. Which docs, Joshua? Joshua, which docs? Okay, which docs, right? Where will you research? Where will you research? How will you believe? Whom will you believe? You cannot believe Google. No, the moment you say Google, everything what comes on the top is always Geeks for Geeks comes on the top, and Geeks is one crappy website where all kind of students from all over India will write content over there. And if you show me one, document, I can show you 101 mistakes in that particular document. Okay, so Geeks for Geeks or tutorials point or anything such kind of thing is not the right place for you to refer for something very technical, right? So that is why we have, exactly, right? Yeah, someone said, right, you have something called as Oracle's website. Okay, so if you want to go and refer for a particular topic related to Java, you have to refer to only Oracle's website, no other website. Oracle is the authority on Java. You are supposed to, you cannot find even a single mistake on Oracle's website. You're understanding? It is written and it has been tested, it has been verified by people working in Java, right? There are people to just verify if everything is written correctly on the website. Okay, so that is called as Java language specification. Okay, everything about the Java language specification would be given in that particular website, and the link I've given you in the material. Okay, did you see that material link, guys? Okay, I've given you the material, right? So everything, the rules of the language, how to use it, or how, what kind of parameters you have to pass, and all those details has to be given to, has to be, would be given in that particular website. That is called as Java language specification. The rules of the language, everything would be detailedly given over there. Is that okay? Clear with that, guys? Clear with that? Okay. Yeah, second one is API. Okay, it is called as application programming interface. Okay, in C language you have something called as printf, scanf, kelloc, malloc, and malloc and cloc and realloc and get ch, get che, repeat. Radhika, what is it you want me to repeat? Radhika, what is it you want to repeat? Okay, Radhika, can
Actually,
you
sir,
tell me?
my kids here, so I am not able to listen it. Sorry, sir.
Okay, yeah, what is it you want
Just,
to do? I mean, what do you
sir,
want me to repeat?
just 2 minutes before, sir. What you said
Yeah, I just
actually.
told that, if
Like
suppose,
like you were saying like you have to search something and all for environment and all. So
environment and all. No, no, no. So what did you understand JDK?
yeah, sir, it's
Yeah,
clear.
it's
JDK and
clear,
all
right? Yeah,
environment and
okay,
all are
awesome,
clear.
awesome. Yeah, so what I was trying to say is,
You
if suppose, say for example, you want to learn about, you want to know how a particular thing in Java works or the language works, right? So what happens, you will complete the course, you will go start working in a company and all that, and suddenly you come across a syntax. Say for example, you want to learn something about how inheritance works, or how a particular syntax in Java works, or how detailedly we have it written. Okay, so if you want to actually go and refer, okay, what will you do? Okay, you cannot come back to my and join my course once again, or you cannot actually, you might be, you will try to take a book, but a book
yeah,
will not be able to give you
yes,
everything, right? Book is limited.
yes,
It
sir.
will have
Yeah,
some 500 pages, and it will not give you everything related to Java, correct? No, right? In
yes,
that case,
yes.
what is that you will do? Whom will you go and ask? Yeah, okay, you cannot call me every time WhatsApp and ask Subhash, what is this? It's not possible, right?
We
No.
will call we will type Google and all. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically what you do is you type Google and you search for some you get some document on the internet and all that, so that you
Yes.
cannot trust it because somebody has written it. You don't know how to trust it, whether the information is correct or not. So what guarantee that the information is correct? That is whichever is given in some website, right? How do you think it is valid, right? So that is the reason I
Yes, sir.
told you are supposed to refer to Oracle's website. Okay, now so Oracle's website, so in the material I've given you one link, Oracle's Java specifications, right? So when you go to that website, right, so entire thing about the language, rules of the language, how Java, how that a particular concept works, how a particular syntax has to be written, everything in detail would be given in that particular link. So you're supposed to refer to that, is what I actually told you. Is that okay? Radhika, did you get that? Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, fine.
Thank you,
So
sir.
yeah, no problem. So second, we have something called as API. Okay, that is called as application programming interface. Okay, so I was trying to give an analogy with C language, like how you have your printf, scanf, and all that in C language, right? Which they're all what do you call printf, scanf, and all, guys? What do you call printf, scanf, and malloc, calloc, realloc, get che, or fprintf, all these string library? What do you call this? Don't you call these are called
Output
as,
devices.
no, they are called as predefined functions. They are called as predefined functions. The functions have already been defined. Okay, you didn't write. It has already been written by C developers. Yes or no? Correct, no? So in Java also you have lot of predefined functions. Okay, you have lot of predefined methods. You have lot of predefined functions. So they are basically called as API, application programming interface. This is called as your APIs, application programming interface. You basically call it as an interface. Okay, no? Though, or in simple terms, it is called as predefined functions. Okay, for which suppose you want to do some printing activity, you just say system.out.print. Okay, you want to make use of, you want to take an input, then you will say next int. Okay, there are functions like that which is already been built by Java developers. Okay, they are called as APIs. Okay, and if you want to, guys, did you understand this? Did you understand so much, everyone? Yes, no? What do you mean by API? Okay, no? So if you want to know about all the details about, okay, all the details about, okay, your APIs, application programming interface, okay, so then you will have to refer to the website that I've given you over there. Did you see that website there? Okay, all the predefined functions in Java would be given in that particular website. Is that okay? Right? So for now, if you did not understand, it's absolutely okay. Okay, so if you have not understand, if you have understood, well and good. If you have not understood, don't worry. Over a period of time, once I will, once I start off with the course gradually, from tomorrow or from Monday or Tuesday, you will be understanding what are all these things. Is that okay? Right? Yeah. Third one is JDK. I already told you what do you mean by JDK, so nothing to worry about it. Okay. Now the fourth one, okay, it is called as what? IDE. IDE. Put that in the chat box. What is it called as? What is the fourth one? Okay, it is IDE. Can you tell me what is it? What is the full form of IDE, guys? What is the full form of IDE? Okay, it is called as Integrated Development Environment. It is called as Integrated Development Environment. Okay, so Integrated Development Environment is nothing but, okay, there are many companies which will give you your IDEs. Okay, one of the famous, can anyone give me one of the famous example for your IDEs? Any famous example if you've used? Exactly. Okay, so one of the famous example is Eclipse. Okay, so guys, if you're new to this, don't worry, absolutely don't worry, nothing to worry about it for now. I'm just trying to, explain you, trying to install all this, right? So you have Eclipse, NetBeans and all that. So the place, okay, the IDE is a place where you actually write the code. Okay, you write the code, you debug the code, you run the code. This is basically a place that is called as integrated development environment. Integrated means all these three things are put together in that particular tool. Okay, one of the famous tool for you to actually write your Java programs is basically called as Eclipse, for which how to download and install, I would be sharing a link with you guys after the class. Is that okay? Right, so an IDE is basically a environment where you can write the program, you can debug the program, you can run the program, and all such kind of things. You can compile the code, everything can be done in that particular tool. That is basically called as your integrated development environment. One of the famous example is Eclipse. You also have NetBeans and a lot of other things like that. Is that okay, guys? Is that okay? Yes, no, right? So anyone, someone was raising a hand. You have something to ask me, anyone, guys? You want me to ask anything? Okay, can I proceed further? Can I proceed further? You want to ask me something? Shall I proceed further? Yeah, proceed. Yes, no. Am I a bit fast or am I very slow? Very slow or very fast? Okay, okay, I'll proceed. Right, fine, cool. All right, now having said that, okay, now so let me again revise everything whatever we discussed. Okay, who developed Java, guys? Okay, who, can you put that in the chat box? Right, okay, it is James Gosling. Okay, second one, what is the difference between C and Java, guys? Put that in the chat box. What is the difference between C and Java, quickly? Okay, put that in the chat box. Who developed procedure oriented language and your Java is object oriented language. Okay, so about object oriented language I'll be discussing in page number. Okay, where will I discuss? Page number 65. Awesome, right? Now, okay, so what is the first step to learn your Java or work with Java, guys? What is the first step? Okay, what is the first step? You have to set up your environment. Okay, when I say set up your environment, what is that you have to install? What is that you have to install onto your computer?
JDK.
You have to install your JDK. Awesome, right? What does JDK contain? What do you mean by what does JDK contain internally? Okay, JDK contains what?
Java Development Kit.
Yeah, it contains JDK stands for Java Development Kit. Okay, so JDK is equal to what? JRE plus development tools, right?
JRE plus
JRE plus
development tools.
development tools, correct? Now, what is JRE? Within JRE, what will you have? The core part, okay, of your Java runtime environment. It is nothing but your JVM plus your runtime class environment. Is that okay, guys? Yeah, awesome. Fantastic. Okay, so you understood what do you mean by Java language specification. Okay, you know what do you mean by APIs, you know what is JDK, and you know IDE. Okay, no, so what does IDE stand for? Integrated Development Environment. It is one. So there are many companies which will give you different IDEs. One of the example is Eclipse. You have NetBeans as very famous. So they will give you a tool using which you can write the code, you can run the code, you can compile the code, you can debug the code. Everything can be done using your Eclipse, using your Eclipse. That is your IDE, an integrated development environment. Is that okay? Can I proceed further? Is that okay, guys? Yeah, awesome. Awesome. Very super, 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 guys. Awesome. Okay. Now the next topic is digest it slowly again, once again. Okay. Can you see those three terminologies? Can you put that in the chat box? What you can see in the on the material? Three terminologies. What are those three terminologies that you can see? Okay. Java SE. Okay. Java EE and Java ME. Correct. No. So what does Java SE stand for? Okay. Whatever we learning here in this course is Java SE. Okay, that stands for standard edition, Java standard edition. Okay, it's a complete rules and standard edition for complete Java programming language. Is nothing but your Java standard, your Java programming language, you basically call it as Java SE in short form, correct? So it is basically used for writing standalone programs. You cannot do server-side programming and all that. You can only write standalone programs, okay, using Java SE. Okay, now what does Java EE stand for? Java EE stands for Enterprise Edition. Okay, no. So what do you mean by enterprise? Have you heard of people saying Java to J2EE, J2EE? Have you said that? Okay, okay, J2EE. Have you heard people saying J2EE, J2EE kind of thing? Okay, so J2EE is nothing but Java to Enterprise Edition. Okay, Enterprise Edition in the sense if you want to do server-side programming. Okay, I know you will not understand these terminologies, but it's okay. Try to understand it or else just forget. Okay, so it is used for doing server-side programming. Suppose say someone would click on your website and in the back end you want to go suppose you go to Amazon website. Okay, you click on add to cart, you actually pay the you select an item, you add to cart and you do the purchasing, right? So the Amazon front end has to take that information, go to the back end, do the processing and all that and give you the output, right? So entire processing and all those things, okay, would be done by your Enterprise Edition, correct? That is using your servlets and JSP, correct? So if you want to do servlets and JSP, server side programming, then those servlets and JSP will make use of Java programming language, correct? No, so that is your standard, that is your SC, Java SC language, and server side programming is done using your Enterprise Edition. Without knowing Java, you will not be able to do Enterprise Edition programming, that is your server side programming. Is that okay? So if you don't understand what you mean by Java, servlets and JSP and all that, don't worry, just ignore it for now. Okay, so slowly you will understand for now, or not now, or once the course is over and all that, then you will be able to understand. Okay, so Kausalya asked a very good question. Does Java EE is a different language, sir? Java EE is not a different language, it's a technology, okay, which is driven using Java language. For if you want to work with Java EE, you must know Java. It is coded using Java. Is that okay, Kausalya? Right, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm just trying to make you understand that there is something called as Java EE, so that tomorrow when someone talks to you about it, you must not feel what is that, Subhash did not teach me this and all that. No, so you must not feel that. There is a reason I'm just giving you this, right? Now you have something called as ME, which stands for mobile edition, right? So if you want to develop programs, or you want to actually develop code for your mobile phones, right? So you use this version called as mobile edition. Okay, so these are the different Java editions. Let us not bother about anything for now. In this course, you will be learning Java programming in detail. Is that okay, guys? Is that okay? Right? Is that okay? Right? Shall I proceed further? Things are clear? Are things clear, guys? Yeah? Okay, right. Now, having said that, okay, having said that, the next question is, okay, first thing, let me just explain you a concept called as compilation. A concept called as compilation in general. I'm explaining you a concept called as compilation in general. Okay, right. Now how many, yeah, so how many of you in the class don't know what do you mean by compilation? Just say me in the chat box. How many of you don't know what do you mean by compilation? Okay, just say me in the chat box. Okay, no, okay, right. Okay, no problem. Okay, stop, let's hold on. Okay, hold on, I will explain it to you. Right now, tell me, do you think, okay, everyone in the class, do you think, okay, the computers, that is our CPU, okay, end of the day, let me ask you like this, right? If suppose we are writing a program and we are basically running the code, when you actually run the code, right, who is the one who is executing all the instructions, guys? Tell me. Everyone, I want everyone to answer this question right now. So who is executing? Okay, who is executing? No, not compiler, come on, compiler will not execute. Okay, who is the one who is executing all your programs? Okay, no, when you say computer, in the computer, which part? Computer has a monitor, keyboard, CPU, fan and a NIC and a lot of other things like that. Okay, which hardware device will basically, okay, run all your programs, or will execute your instructions, right? Now, there are so many okay, now let me explain you one by one. Okay, I will go one step backward. Guys, listen to me. Okay, guys, can you tell me what are the computer devices available? First of all, what are the components of your computer? Let me go back. Okay, so one, you have CPU. Okay, then you have RAM. Okay, and then you
Memory,
have
yeah.
your hard disk. Okay,
Hard
right,
disk.
hard disk drive, now it is called as SSD, let us not bother about it. Okay, and then you have your monitor. Okay, these are basic computers, not Java, right? Monitor, and then you have your keyboard. Okay, what else you have? You have your network devices called as NIC, and yes or no, network interface card is there. Okay, so these are the main things, right? Now guys, tell me, okay, what will your CPU do? What is your CPU doing actually? What will your CPU do? CPU will execute all your, it will does the processing, that is, it will execute all your instructions, yes or no? It is the core part of your computer. I'm talking about your computer, okay? Your CPU will execute all your instructions, execute all instructions one by one, whatever you ask it to do, no, addition, subtraction, and anything for that matter, multiplication, division, or any operation, anything and everything that happens in your computer is being done by your CPU. Guys, is that okay? Is that okay? Anything and everything, the entire processing, all the processing related things will be done by your CPU. Is that okay? Okay, that is done. What is CPU stand for? Central processing unit. That is basically called as your CPU. He is the one who will basically do all the processing activity for your programs. Fine, did you understand this? Okay, now tell me, okay, what is the difference between RAM and HDD? I have explained this in one of the video which I've shared with you. Yes or no? I've shared with you one digital electronics video. There I've explained you about this, correct? No? So what is the difference between RAM and hard disk, guys? Tell me. Okay, let me give you. You want me to explain that once again, guys? Do you want me to explain once again? Just say yes so that I can explain you once again. Right? No?
Yes,
So
sir.
there are two kinds of memory. There are two kinds of memory. What are they? One is your primary memory. Okay, one is your primary memory, the other one is your secondary memory, correct? No, primary memory and secondary memory, correct? No, yeah. So what is the example for primary memory? The example for primary memory is the RAM. Okay, no. So what is the example for secondary memory? The example for secondary memory is the hard disk. Okay, now I will give you an analogy. I will give you two scenarios. Okay, the first scenario is, assume that, okay, assume that Joshua, okay, in our class there's a person called as Joshua. So this guy Joshua, what he's doing, this person Joshua, that is evil, he is actually having an interview tomorrow. Okay, which company he's having interview tomorrow? Say for example, he's having interview in Google tomorrow. Okay, so what he will do exactly, Joshua's and my mindset is matching. Okay, so Joshua is having this interview in Google. Okay, what he will do, the first scenario, he today to attend tomorrow's interview, today he's actually preparing his resume. Okay, he's typing his CV completely and all that, okay, on his Microsoft Word document. And before he forgot to save it. Automatically what happens, the power goes off and the computer shuts down. Okay, there is a power cut, correct? So when there is a power cut, and then after 20 minutes the power will come back. Okay, and then Joshua will again try to open the document that he was trying to type. Will it be there, guys? Tell me. Will it be there? It won't be there.
No,
It is
sir.
lost. It is lost. Yes or no? Correct, it is lost. Now let me come to the second scenario. In the second scenario, what happens is that, okay, Joshua is trying to edit his CV. He's writing his resume. Okay, he was typing his resume. Okay, and just before the power went off, what he did, he actually saved it on the, he just used that save button and saved it. Okay, he clicked on that save button, that floppy button you can see in Microsoft doc. Okay, he will save it. Okay, control S or whatever it is, right? He will save it, correct? And then after he's saving it, within 5 minutes the power goes off, right? And then after 20 minutes back, 20 minutes later, our power comes back, and Joshua tries to open the boot his system once again. He tries to open the resume once again. Is it available, guys? Tell me. Is it available?
Yes,
It is
sir.
available,
It's
correct?
available.
Then what
Yes,
happened?
sir.
Yeah. So what will happen in the first scenario and the second scenario? What happened in the first scenario and the second scenario, right? In the first scenario, when he was typing the CV, when he was typing the document, when he was actually doing the typing activity, then the data was actually stored on the RAM here. The data was stored on the RAM over here. His resume was here, correct? No. And then what happened when the power goes off, right? The entire data that was there on the RAM, right now, would be vanished. Once the power goes off, this would be vanished. The reason is that, okay, RAM is a temporary memory, right? RAM is a memory which is used by our CPU to do some operations. Okay, temporarily, if CPU wants to do some operation, right, it wants to fetch some instruction, CPU will fetch it from the RAM and he'll start doing the operation. When the power is not there, the data will not be there, RAM, it will goes off. That is what happened in the first case. Okay, it was the resume was here. Okay, and when the power went off, he did not save it. It automatically vanished from here. RAM is a temporary memory, right? But in the second scenario, what happened? Okay, Joshua was typing the resume. Okay, and he did the saving. Okay, when he was typing the resume, where was it? In the second scenario, where was it actually? It was also still on the RAM only. It was still on the RAM itself. Okay, but when he did, okay, it was actually there on the RAM. But when he did the save button, when he clicked on the save button, when he saved the document, what happened? The copy of this RAM got synced into the hard disk and it permanently got stored over there. Okay, hard disk is a permanent memory. Okay, even if the the power is not there, the resume, the data would be there on the hard disk like that itself. Whereas RAM is not like that. If you want the data to be on the RAM, then the power should be there, right? When the power is not there, the data would not be there on the RAM. Whereas in the hard disk, what happens? Okay, even if the power is not there, because of the electric flux technology, the data would be there on the hard disk as it is. You're understanding now the difference between RAM and hard disk, guys? Yes or no? Right? So here. Okay, so monitor, you know, keyboard, you know, NIC is nothing but network interface card. You can do some Google on this. Okay, you will understand this, right? Now here there are three important things that you got to know, guys. There are three important things that you got to know. You know what is that? One is your CPU. Okay, one is your CPU. Okay, and then you have your you know, your RAM. Okay, and then you have your hard disk. These are the three things which you will have to know as a programmer, very importantly, correct? So what happens? Okay, so you will write a program. Okay, one dot java, or you know, one dot java or one dot c or anything like that. You basically, you know, you write your program, and all those programs would be stored on your hard disk, right? But when you're running your program, okay, when you're running your code, okay, that program would be bought into the RAM. It will start executing over here, and CPU will fetch the instructions from the RAM, and he will start doing all your operations. Okay, so kupam aprupa. Okay, sometimes on some embedded devices it is called as ROM. Yeah, okay, yeah. So CPU is the one who will execute all your instructions. Okay, CPU will be executing all your instructions, fetching one by one from the RAM. This is basically a setup of your computer, guys. You understand, sir? Both hard disk and RAM are present inside CPU, or difference? Okay, so Darshini, hard disk and RAM, you know, you can, hard disk is separately mounted. Okay, and basically it is present on your motherboard. Okay, Google motherboard, you'll get to know. Okay, Google motherboard, you'll understand. Google motherboard, is that okay? Darshini, just say motherboard. Okay, your RAM will be on your motherboard. Okay, and your you know, hard disk would be it can be separate. It would be a separate entity which is connected with a bus. Okay, just Google motherboard, you'll get to know, right? This is not a hardware class, but I'm just trying to explain you. So guys, did you understand this, guys? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes, no, guys, did you understand this or not? Okay, the difference between CPU, RAM, and hard disk, right? Now, the data would be on the RAM would be temporary, on the hard disk it would be permanently there, and CPU is the one which will execute all our instructions. Yes or no? Now tell me, guys, if suppose you are running your program, and if you are writing a program to add two numbers, who is the person who will execute our code? Tell me, who will execute our code? Who will execute? Exactly, it is your CPU, correct? No, it will, CPU is the person who will execute our code, correct? Okay, nappa, thank god, I'm feeling so happy now. Everybody understood at least, right? So CPU is the one who will actually do the processing part, correct? Now we have to tell the CPU to do the processing part, no? Yes or no? Who should tell the CPU to do the processing part, guys? Tell me, who should tell the CPU to do the processing part? Hey, no, your RAM is the place where the data is kept. Who should do? Who should tell? You, sir, I should tell? No, I should tell CPU, please give me give me the sum of two numbers. I have to tell the CPU, correct? No, guys? Yes or no? Guys, yes, no, tell me. I have to tell the computer, boss, please give me, okay, the sum of two numbers A and B. I have to tell, correct? Okay, how will I tell now? Okay, now does CPU understand English? Does CPU understand English, guys? No, right? Okay, what does CPU will understand? What will CPU understand?
Code.
CPU will
Coding.
only understand instructions, that is binary language, zeros and ones. It will only
Zeros and
understand zeros and ones, nothing else. Okay, no, it does not know O, A, B, C, D, 9, 10, nothing it understand. It will only understand zeros and ones. That is binary format. That is called as binary, correct? No, but can human beings speak binary, guys? Tell me, can we speak binary format? Can we talk to CPU 0 1 1 1 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 1 0 0? Can we speak like that to the CPU, guys? It is not. It is not possible, no. Okay, only dirty fellows will do such kind of nonsense things, correct? No, we will not be able to speak to the CPU in the form of 0 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. We will not be able to speak like that. Yes or no? So that is why we have something called as programming language. Yes or no? We have something called as the programming language, right? So human beings will write code, correct? No, human beings will write code. Okay, main in English, he'll write the code main and all that, so that we can write the code like this. Whatever code we want, we will write it, and we will call it as 1.c or 1.java or whatever it is, right? But okay, so but we know that I told you that CPU will not understand all this English language. So what is it we have to do? We have to convert this high level language. That is, this is what this is called as high level language, which will understand English like looking high level language. You have to convert that into what? You have to convert into a language that the CPU will understand. Yes or no? That the computer will understand. Which is that language? That's all 0 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 0, something like this. We will have to convert into your binary language, right? No. So who will do that conversion, guys? Who will do that conversion? So we should basically have a tool called as a compiler. Okay, no. Okay, so there is a person called as compiler. So compiler is the one who will basically convert your English like looking high level language into binary language that the CPU will understand. Understanding, you can call it as low level language or machine level language or binary language or whatever it is. Is that okay? You're understanding, guys? So this is basically called as the compilation. So the process by which, okay, the compiler will convert your English like looking high level language into low level language is called as your compilation process. Guys, did you understand this? Yes or no? Okay, do you understand this, guys? Okay, okay or not? So just answer my question. Okay, just keep answering my question. Okay, who will do all your execution work? Who will do all your execution work? Okay, CPU will do all your execution work. Yes or no? So now who should tell the CPU to do all the execution work? Who should tell? User must say, correct? But can user speak to the CPU? But which language does the CPU understand? Which language does the CPU understand? Binary language. But does the is exact, it's the binary language. Does human speak binary language, guys? Okay, we'll know. So what is the language that we basically use? We make use of programming language. Yes or no? We make use of high level programming language. Correct? No, guys? High level programming language, right? Now, but does the CPU understand high level programming language, guys? Does the CPU understand the high level language? No, it will not be understood by the CPU, right? So what is that we have to do now? We have to do the conversion. Correct? Now we have to convert your high level language into low level language. Yes or no? So that conversion is called, that conversion who will do, guys? Who will do that conversion? That conversion is done by the compiler. Very good, right? So that process of converting from high level language into low level language is called as what, guys? What is it called as? It is called as what? Okay, it is called as compilation, right? So compilation is a process of, okay, converting a high level language into low level language is called as compilation, done by the compiler. Is that okay in general? Is that okay, guys? Is that okay? Clear with that? Everyone clear with that, guys? Okay, any doubts in this? Tell me. Clear? Everyone clear? Right? Okay, so you can, I'll wait for one or 2 seconds. You can raise your hand and tell me if you have some doubts. Okay, you have any doubts, you can raise your hand, you can talk to me, anything, so that I can proceed further. Okay. Okay, Joshua, it's not needed for now, so let us not focus on that, Joshua, about interpreter. Is that okay? Right? Yeah. Okay, I'll give you a separate document about that, Joshua. Give me a moment. I mean, after the class, I'll give you. You'll understand that. Okay, is that okay, guys? Right? Yeah. Right. So SSD, they're not the moment for discussing all those. You can do some research on the internet. The class is on Java, so Nitin, so don't mind. I cannot explain about SSD, and all for now. Is that okay? Right? Did you understand compilation in general? Did you understand compilation in general? Did you understand this? Okay, LLL stands for low level language. Okay, now shall I proceed further? Did you understand so much? Yeah, shall I proceed further? Okay, now you want to take a picture of this or something? Not required. This picture is not required. Why do you want this picture? Okay, now, sir, if RAM helps CPU in execution, what role does HDD does? Okay, okay, buddy, Naveen, if you don't mind, can I explain you at the end here? I'll explain you at the end. Okay, yeah. So let me give some. Let me explain about compilation now. Is that okay, guys? See, this is not a hardware class. Okay, this is basically a Java class. I'm just trying to give you some extra information so that you'll understand. So please don't mind. Okay. So did you understand what I'm teaching you here for now? Please try to limit your questions only with Java and whatever I'm teaching you, because it's very difficult for me to explain about SSD, hard disk, and all those things. That is not the topic for now, guys. Is that okay? I'm just trying to explain you extra things because you must understand. Is that okay? Okay, these are some basics. Computer networking is, I mean, all hardware is something totally unrelated to Java for now. Is that okay, guys? Yeah. Fine, I'm trying my best to answer all your questions. Okay, so doesn't mean you can ask me everything about like all those things. So please try to limit it only to the class. Okay, we have very less time. There is a reason, right? Okay, having said that, guys, I'm going to discuss something very important now. So listen to me very carefully. This is going to be asked in interview. Every interview they'll ask you. So listen to me very carefully, guys. I'm giving you an example now. Okay, now the question asked in interview is that, guys, before me starting, did you understand what do you mean by compilation? Do you understand about compilation for now? Yes, no? Okay, now shall I proceed further? Right? About hard disk, RAM, and all we'll discuss later. That is not for now. That is not for now, right? Yeah. Now listen. So the next thing is, normally you are supposed to understand what is the difference between, okay, what is the difference between C++ compilation and Java compilation. Okay, if you have not done C++, it's okay. You can just see here now. Okay, so if you have already done, you can observe that. You can answer my question. Right now, listen to me carefully. Okay, assume that, okay, can I get three names, three people's name from the class here? Some three names can I get? Joshua, Sindhu, okay, 1 minute, okay. Joshua, Sahil, Sindhu. Let me take Sahil, Sindhu, okay. Now, Joshua, Sahil, Sindhu, right? Joshua's, okay. So we'll take three people over here, okay. Joshua, okay, Sahil, okay, Sindhu, okay, and then we'll also have Snow, okay. We'll also have Snow also messaged, correct. We'll also have Snow over here, right? Now listen to me carefully, right? So all of them are very close friends. All these guys are very close friends, okay. So what happens here is that, okay, so what our Joshua will do, he has written a C program, okay. Which program has Joshua written? Tell me, guys. Which program has Joshua written? Joshua has written a C program. He has written 1.c, okay. He has written 1.c program, right? Now he is having a computer, okay. Joshua is having a computer, okay. What computer does he have, guys? What computer does he have? Joshua is having which computer? I mean, he is basically having, okay, a computer which is operating on an Intel CPU. Okay, no, the company, the CPU that Joshua has is Intel. Okay, which CPU does Sahil have? Okay, Sahil is actually having a Spark processor. Okay, some Spark processor he has. Okay, and then Sindhu is making use of some PPC processor. Okay. We will call it as PPC, okay, and then we'll have some MIPS processor, okay. They are MIPS processor, some different processor, okay, like this. So Joshua is having a computer with a different processor. Sahil is having a computer with a different processor. That is your CPU, okay. Sindhu is having a computer with a different processor, okay, and Snow is having a computer with a different processor. Is that okay till here? Is that okay? Right? Is that okay, guys? Till here, right? Okay. So now what happens is that, okay, Joshua writes a C program, okay, and what he does is that he will compile this C program. Okay, what will Joshua do? What will Joshua do, guys? Listen to me like a story, okay. Joshua will compile the C program, right? So after compiling the C program, what is that he should get, guys? Tell me. After compiling the C program, what will he get? Okay, what will he get, guys? Quickly tell me. He must get the, hey, who is that dirty fellow's output? Output means it's not output. He'll get the binary format. Yes or no? He will get the binary format. That's all. It is not the output. He'll get the binary format. Yes or no? He'll get the binary. It is not the output. He'll only get one more executable file which can be given to the CPU, right? So what is that he has got? He has compiled on this machine, and after doing the compilation, he did this compilation. Okay, let me assume that he has done the compilation and he got one binary file, correct? No, so I will call that binary file as a.out. Okay, I'll call that binary file as a.out. Okay, now this binary file was generated for which CPU? Okay, this binary file would be understood by which CPU, guys? Okay, it would be understood by Intel, correct? No, okay, he wrote the code on his Intel computer. He used one compiler which is belonging to Intel, which we can understand Intel assembly instructions. Okay, and then he will compile the code. Okay, he'll compile that C code, and he has generated a binary file. Okay, and this binary file will contain assembly instructions related to Intel. Yes or no, guys? It will this a.out will execute on Intel processor. Yes or no? Right? Correct, no, guys? Okay. Now what Sahil will do? Okay, Sahil and Joshua are very close friends. So Sahil will say, Joshua, hey Joshua, can you please give me your binary that you have already generated? I don't want to compile this 1.c all again. Once again, I don't want to do it. You give me your a.out. I will run it on on my machine. He will say, okay. And what Joshua will do? Will Joshua give the code or give the binary file to Sahil? Will Joshua give? Will Joshua give? Joshua will give. Yes or no? Joshua will say, yes, boss, you are my friend. No, I will give that. And Joshua will give this a.out so that Sahil can execute this a.out on this machine. Okay. But now, guys, tell me, just because Joshua gave this a.out file to this Sahil to run on his machine, okay, will this a.out work here, guys? Do you think this a.out will work over here on Sahil's machine? Will it work? Okay. Okay. Yeah, it will not work. It will not work. Why it will not work? Tell me, why doesn't it work? Okay, why doesn't it work? No, it won't work. Okay, why it doesn't work? Simple. Don't give me technical terms and all that. You just give me small simple difference, right? When Joshua compiled the code 1.c, okay, what he did was he used the compiler that will generate your assembly instructions or binary language that could be understood only by Intel processor. Okay, no, they will use Intel processor, only Intel. That is, the assembly instructions generated over here was only for Intel, correct? No, but now when you run this a.out in Spark CPU, right, your assembly instructions for Spark is totally different from, totally different from Intel's. Okay, it will not be able to work over here, right? Now see, listen to me carefully. Now listen to me carefully, right? If suppose Modi, listen to me, I'm giving an analogy, right? If Modi, okay, delivers a speech in Hindi, okay, Modi has delivered a speech in Hindi and that has been converted to say Tamil, okay, no? So if so, that has been made as a CD, okay? So Modi has spoke in Tamil, I mean Modi spoke in Hindi, that has been converted into Tamil, and the Tamil CD has been made. The CD in Tamil has been there, okay? The speech entire thing is entirely has been converted to Tamil, and it is made as a CD. Okay, now if you take the same CD and come to Karnataka and give it to the people of Karnataka, will Karnataka people understand that? Tell me, guys. They will not understand, no? Yes or no? Because the language is totally different. That is what has happened over here, correct? No. So this is basically like your Hindi. This is like your Hindi, correct? No. Now what happened? Joshua compiled it and converted that into Tamil. Assume he has converted that into Tamil. Okay, no. But Sahils is from Karnataka and they will only understand Kannada, correct? No. Now, if you take the CD that is there in Tamil and try to run in Karnataka, will it run over here, guys? Will it run over here? Tell me, it will not run, correct? No. Why it will not run is because the CPU, the assembly instructions for Intel is totally different from the assembly instructions for Spark. Similarly, the assembly instruction for the processor PPC is totally different from Intel and Spark. Similarly, the assembly instructions for MIPS processor is totally different from PPC, Spark, and Intel. You're understanding it? Therefore, okay, even if Joshua gives this binary file to Sindhu, it will not work on her machine. If she gives the same error out to MIPS, it will not work on her machine. The reason is the processor that they are using on their computer is totally different from each other. Guys, did you understand so much? Yes or no? Right? Yes or no? Right? Now, can you tell me? Can you tell me, okay, that if suppose Sahil, Sindhu, and Snow, all the three has to run this code, what is that they have to do? What is that they have to do, guys? Tell me. What is it they have to do? Anyways, I told you that one fellow cannot compile and give it to others. What is it they have to do now? Yes or no? Exactly. Okay. So what is that? Each one has to compile themselves. Exactly, Lokesh. Exactly. Correct. No? Right. Each one has to run their own, they have to compile for their own computers, right? Even he has to use a different compiler. He has to do the compilation all by himself. He has to do the compilation so that he can generate a binary file, okay, that will work for Spark machine, correct? No. And then Sindhu has to do again compilation. Once again she has to do the compilation so that, okay, she will generate a binary file called as a.out, which will work on only PPC, correct? No, right? Now Snow has to do the compilation. Snow has to do the compilation so that, okay, she can generate a binary file, okay, that will work only with MIPS processor. You understanding it, guys? So, but can they share the source code, guys? Can they share the source code? Can they share the source code 1.c, 1.c, 1.c? Yes or no? Of course, yes. Yes or no? This is like Karnataka. This is like, this is like Tamil Nadu. This is like Karnataka. Okay. This is like Andhra. Okay. And this is like, where is that? Kerala. This is like Kerala. Correct. No, this is like Kerala, right? So Hindi is common. Hindi is common. Let us assume Hindi is common. Yes or no? So this can be shared, right? But only thing what is that each one has to compile and then deliver it to that people. Yes or no? You guys are understanding or not? You understand what I'm trying to tell you, right? So here Joshua has to take this 1.c, same 1.c, same 1.c, same 1.c. 1.c can be shared, but while compiling and converting it to its own machine, right? Separate executable has to be generated for each machine. Is that okay? Guys, I can stop for some time. If you want me to repeat, tell me, I can repeat, but end of the day you must understand. That is my intention. Okay, did you understand what I'm actually trying to tell you? Yes, no? Yes or no? Okay, can I proceed further? Okay, so someone is asking me to repeat. Let me repeat once again, guys. Listen to me carefully. Okay, very simple, man. This concept is very simple. Okay, listen. Okay, now Joshua is having a different computer. Sahil is having a different computer, Sindhu is having a different computer, Snow is having a different computer. Okay, so what do you mean by computer? Okay, so what do you, when I say different computer, he is having a CPU of Intel company. Okay, so Sahil is having a CPU of Spark company. Okay, no, Spark PP, Spark CPU. Okay, and Sindhu is actually having a CPU of which is called PPC. It's a different one. Okay, it is not the same as Intel, right? And Snow is having a different CPU. Correct. Now, don't you think each CPU will have different instruction sets? Okay, answer my question. Don't you think each CPU will have different assembly language, different language? Intel will understand different binary language. Okay, Spark will understand different binary language. PPC will understand a different language. Okay, so the assembly instructions are different. Yes or no? It is like this is Tamil Nadu, this is Kannada, this is Karnataka, this is Andhra, this is Kerala. Correct? No, everybody follows their own language. Correct? No, guys. Yes or no? Now, Joshua is from which place? Joshua is from say Tamil Nadu, correct? No. So what happened? He took this Hindi, okay, he converted that into Tamil and he gave it to the people of Tamil Nadu. Okay, Tamil Nadu people will understand, correct? Now Sahil cannot take the same Tamil CD and run it in Karnataka. Possible, guys? Tell me, is it possible? Is it possible, guys, to run? It is not possible to run. Correct, no? But what is that Sahil has to do? Sahil has to take that Hindi CD, convert that into what? Kannada, which is local to Karnataka. Yes or no, guys? Same thing. Sahil has to take that .c file, okay, and then convert it into an executable file which can run on Spark machine. Correct? He has to convert into a language that the CPU will understand. But first of all, everybody knows that every CPU will have an assembly instruction. Every CPU will have its own language. Yes or no? Assembly instructions, guys. You know that fine. Okay. Intel will have its own assembly instruction. Spark will have its own assembly instruction. PPC will have its own assembly instruction. MIPS will have its own assembly instructions, right? No, so you have, if you want to talk to those CPU, no, you have to talk to those CPU using those assembly instructions only. You cannot use the assembly instruction of Intel to talk to Spark, right? So that is why I'm trying to tell you, when you're trying to do a compilation in C++, okay, when you take 1.c, you have to compile it on, okay, a compiler which will convert that into an assembly instruction so that it runs on your Intel machine, right? So Sahil also should take this 1.c and he has to compile it in such a way that, okay, he will generate a executable file that Spark will understand, right? Then he used to use another compiler so that this 1.c would be converted into, so Sindhu has to use another compiler where this 1.c would be converted into an assembly instructions that will match with PPC. Similarly, Snow has to actually use compile this 1.c using another compiler so that it generates an assembly instruction related to MIPS so that she can execute that on MIPS. Did you understand this? Yes or no? So what is that I'm trying to tell you is that, okay, the compiler for C language or C++ language is platform dependent. Platform means OS plus CPU. Okay, it is platform dependent. Okay, it means that you cannot compile it on one machine and run it on multiple machines. Did you understand? You cannot compile it on one machine and run it on multiple machines. Guys, am I clear? Okay, you want me to repeat once again? You cannot compile a C program on one computer and take that binary and run it on other computer. Yes or no? You cannot put that file into another computer. Yes, no, guys. Guys, am I making it more complicated for you guys, or am I? Is it more complicated, guys? Yes or no, or is it easy? You're understanding it. Is it understanding it, guys? Yes or no? Right? Okay. Right. Awesome. If you can understand, okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. Right. Now, shall I proceed to? I'll tell you how Java works. Okay. What is platform dependent? Who is asking that? What is Sindhu, platform dependent is, this is platform dependent. Okay. Now, did you see that? Okay, so this code can only work on, or this program will only work on this particular platform, that is on Intel, not on anyone else. You cannot run it on this is, so it is dependent on the platform. That is called as platform dependent. Is that okay? Right. Now, shall I proceed on? I'll tell you how Java works, guys. Okay, see the picture there. See the picture which I'm given you in the material. See the picture that I've given you in the material. I have one C++ code. Okay, so if I want to run it on Pentium, PPC, Spark, if I want to run it on three different processors, then I have to use three different compilers. Did you see that? Yes, no, I have to use three different compilers. Did you see that, guys? Yes, no, did you see that? Did you understand that picture completely? Did you understand that picture, what I've written over there? Okay, so what is the difference between C++ compiler and Java compiler? Under that, I've given you a picture. That picture says you have a C++ code, okay, and I have used three different compilers to generate three different binary files for three different processors. Did you understand this so that I can proceed further? Is that okay? Yeah? Okay, so now how is it different from, do you want to take a picture of this? Just say took so that I can proceed further. Do you want to take a picture of this? Okay, yeah, cool. Okay, right. Now in Java, it is totally different. You know what happens? Okay, very simple. Java is completely platform independent. It means Java says, okay, now let me take the same example. Okay, Joshua. Okay, so what is his computer, guys? Tell me. Joshua is using which CPU? Joshua is using which CPU? Okay, he's using Intel. Okay, Intel Pentium, something like that. Okay, now who was the other person here? Okay, after Joshua there was Sahil. Yes or no? Sahil. Okay, Sahil is using which computer? Which computer is Sahil using? Sahil is using what? Spark. Okay, he is using a Spark processor. Okay, now who was the other person? Okay, Sindhu. Right now Sindhu is using what processor, guys? Which processor is Sindhu using? Okay, Sindhu is using a PPC. Okay, power PC, right? Then Snow is using which computer? Which piece? Which is that? Which is her CPU, guys? Tell me. She's using a MIPS processor. Okay, she's using a MIPS processor. Okay, now you know what Joshua will do. I'm talking about Java, not C. Okay, Joshua will have a Java program. Joshua will have a Java code written, one.java. Okay, he has written one Java code, right? Now what he will do is that he will actually use one compiler on his computer. Okay, he will use a compiler. Okay, no, he will use a compiler. Okay, and he will compile that, and then what he will do is that he will generate one code called as, okay, let me right, he will compile the Java code and he will generate one code. Okay, and that code is called as, or that code is called as your bytecode. Don't worry about bytecode, we'll see that later. Okay, he will generate one code called as bytecode. Right now then what he will do, he will try to execute this bytecode. It will work on Intel machine. Is that okay? He'll execute this code on Intel. It will work on Intel machine. Okay, now Sahil is close friend of Joshua, and Sahil says, okay, Joshua, can you please give me that bytecode? I don't want to do the compilation once again. Can you please give me the bytecode? Now will Joshua give that to Sahil? Okay, you think Joshua will give that to Sahil? Yes, he'll say take it bro. Correct, he'll say take it bro. He'll say okay. So what he will do, he will actually give the bytecode, okay, to Sahil. Okay, now tell me, does the bytecode work on Sahil's machine? Will it work? It will work. That is how Java has been designed. You're understanding it now? The same bytecode can be run on Sindhu's machine. The same bytecode can be will work on Snow's machine. Okay, so what does that mean? What does this mean? It means that you can compile Java program once and you can run it anywhere, no matter what is your CPU or what is your processor, right? So anyone can compile it on any machine and distribute that binary code to anyone else, and that code is basically called as bytecode. And this concept here, we can call Java, you can call Java as platform independent. It does not bother about the platform. Okay, you can compile once, run it anywhere, whereas in C++ you had to compile each time. Yes or no, guys? Did you understand? It was dependent. You want the binary file, you have to compile it separately. You want the binary file, that is PPC wants the binary file, you have to compile it separately. So Snow wants the binary file, she had to compile it separately using a different compiler so that it will give you a binary file for the MIPS processor, okay, for C++. Whereas Java, okay, anyone can compile that Java code. Okay, it will generate a bytecode. Okay, and that bytecode can be run by anyone. Okay, so Balaji Kumar is asking, is bytecode visible? Can be, yes, it is visible to user. I'll show you, don't worry. Okay, bytecode is visible. Is that okay? So bytecode is a universal code that can be understood by any CPU over here. Guys, did you understand this? Okay, did you understand this, guys? Yes or no? Now, okay, you understood this, right? Now you might ask me, sir, how is it possible? Sir, how is it possible that Spark can understand this bytecode, PPC can understand this bytecode, MIPS can understand this bytecode? Yes or no, guys? Yes or no? Okay. Okay, so 1 second, I'll take up this Ashwak's question. How is a C executable file different from bytecode? Correct. Okay, C executable file is a complete binary file which the CPU will understand. Okay, bytecode is not the complete binary file, Ashwak. That is why it is called as a bytecode. Correct. No, I'll explain that. Right now, listen to me. Right now, listen, Joshua. I think I will be answering your question about interpreter now. So listen to me carefully, Joshua. Okay, it's very important. So please listen to me carefully. Very, very important concept now. Okay, so thing is like this. Okay, so you might ask me this question, Subhash, how is this bytecode being able to how is this Spark machine and all being able to understand this bytecode, right? So this bytecode is generic. It is generic. Okay, It is not. Now, if you go to your previous example, that is C, C++, compilation that I showed you, right? The binary file generated for Intel is different. The binary file generated for Spark is different. The binary code generated for PPC is different. The binary code generated for MIPS is totally different. Agree, disagree, guys? Yes or no? Okay, yes or no? In the previous session, in the previous slide, okay, the binary file that was generated for each one was totally different, correct? No, the assembly instructions were different, correct? No, but okay, this bytecode is universal. It is not different. It is not different. Okay, this bytecode is not different. Okay, no, so you might ask me, Subhash, why are you confusing me? Okay, Intel is using a different assembly instruction, Spark is using a different assembly instruction, PPZ is using a different assembly instruction, MIPS is using a different assembly instruction, but you are saying bytecode is not, it is universal. How is it possible? Yes or no, guys? Do you have this doubt? Put that in the chat box. Do you have this doubt? Yes or no? Don't worry, I am there. No, I'll tell you. Now listen to me. I told you something in the start of the class. Yes or no? What is that I told you in the start of the class? You have to install JDK. Did I tell you? Didn't I tell you that you have to install JDK? Yes or no, guys? Didn't I tell you guys? Yes or no? Now, you know what Joshua will do before starting the Java class? Joshua will go to Oracle's website. In the Oracle's website, he will say, I need a JDK for Intel. Okay, he will download that and install it over here. Now, you know what Sahil will do? Sahil will go to the Oracle website and he will say, boss, I need JDK which will work on Spark machine. Okay, now there is a different JDK over here. He will install this over here. Okay, and now Sindhu will say, go to the Oracle's website and say, okay, I need JDK for PPC machine. Okay, it will be installed. Okay, now did you see that the JDK installation, I mean the JDK that you have installed, each one is installed, is totally different. It is not the same JDK. Understanding, guys? Okay, it is not one JDK that will fit into all the computers, right? You should have a different JDK. JDK for Intel is different, JDK for Spark is different, JDK for PPC is different, JDK for MIPS is different. If you go to Oracle's website, it will ask you, what is your computer? Tell me, and download that particular JDK. And it is your duty to tell what is your computer, what is the combination of your computer. You know, it is whether your Windows plus Intel, Windows plus MIPS, or Linux plus MIPS, or whatever it is. Based on that, you can download your JDK, correct? No. Now listen to me carefully. The fun is now just, you know, it is getting more serious. Now listen to me. Okay, now when you download the JDK, inside the JDK, what will be there? Inside the JDK, what will be there, guys? Tell me, what will be there inside the JDK? Put that quickly. What will be there inside the JDK? Okay, JRE will be there. Inside the JRE, there is one important person sitting. Who is that? Who is that important person inside the JDK? JVM. Exactly. So the JVM will get installed here. No. Okay, he knows, he understands Intel's language. Okay, so the JVM who will sit here, he understands Spark's language. Okay, now the JVM who is sitting here will understand PPC's language. Okay, now the JVM who is sitting in MIPS, he'll understand MIPS language. Correct? No, guys, you're understanding what I'm saying now? Okay, now you know what happens when someone compiles the Java code and generates a bytecode, okay, which is generic code, right? And when you run that code, okay, when you run that code on Intel machine, our JVM is sitting here, the boss, what he will do? He will read this bytecode, interpret this bytecode, okay, and he is the one who will convert this bytecode into the underlying Intel's code and give it to you. That is called as Java virtual machine. Okay, now when you run the same bytecode in Spark machine, JVM is sitting here. JVM will read this bytecode, understand this, and he knows to convert this generic bytecode into the assembly code for Spark and run the code over here. Okay, now when you run the same bytecode in PPC machine, you know what happens? This JVM will take this generic bytecode, understand this, okay, and he will interpret this bytecode over here and then convert that into the language understandable by PPC and run the code. Same thing is done by your MIPS also over here. Guys, did you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Okay, so this is the logic, this is the place. Okay, so they are the people who has made Java platform independent. Correct, guys? Okay, these things are not there in your C++ tools. Okay, that is why you need a separate compiler to actually, you know, convert that into the particular binary language and then put it into the, then you can run the code. Okay, but here, okay, so run once and you generate a normal bytecode, and the JVM will take care of understanding what is your machine. So this bytecode would be interpreted, and the JVM will use an interpreter to convert that bytecode into your underlying hardware's assembly code. Is that okay? Is that okay? So Jagdish, conversion of bytecode to assembly language. Yes, you are right, Jagdish. You are right. Okay, guys, did you understand this in detail? Okay, no? Did you understand this in detail? Yes, no? Yes, no, guys? Yeah? Okay. Okay, so very simple. Okay, so Java is basically compile once and run it anywhere. When you actually, what do you mean by generic, sir? Your generic means it will have the same, every JVM can understand this code. Every JVM will be able to understand this code. That is called as generic. Okay, it is completely generic. Actually, it means when Joshua has written the code and he has compiled, he generated a bytecode. No, so that bytecode will be understood by even this JVM. This bytecode will be understood by this JVM. This bytecode will be this JVM. Generic means it is universal. It is the same. Okay, it is very general. It's everybody will understand that. Okay, no. So in your C++ compiler, you see that. Okay, what happened in your C++? Okay, so it was not generic. Okay, each compiler gave you a different binary format. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? Correct? Okay. So Kausalya is telling, does JVM converts the bytecode of Intel to bytecode of Spark? No, JVM of Intel will convert the bytecode into assembly code of Intel. That's all. Okay, no? Right? Might be, Darshini, might be. I don't understand what you mean by multilingual. Yes, might be. Correct? Do you understand this? Okay. Shekhar, I don't know what is your question. What do you mean? Hello, someone talking to me? Is someone talking to me? Hello, is someone talking to me? I heard some voice. Okay, I think might be some ghost or someone. We don't know, no? Ghost can be anywhere, right? Okay, yeah. Some ghost kind of voice came to me. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm kidding. Right, anyways, yeah. So, what is the difference between bytecode and compiled code? Shekhar, compiled code is complete binary, which is directly understood by the CPU. Okay, whereas bytecode is not directly understood by the CPU. It is an intermediate code. Okay, so which would be given to the JVM. So, JVM is needed for converting that bytecode into that final Intel's machine code. Is that okay? Yeah. Is that okay? Fine. Guys, did you understand this concept now? Okay. Shall we quickly revise now, guys, from first? Shall we quickly revise so that we'll... Shekhar, don't worry, I'll show you. Practically, I've not shown you. Listen to me. I'll tell you what to do. Shall we quickly revise? Did you understand so much? I'll quickly revise you same. Okay. First one. Who developed Java, guys? Who developed Java? Quickly tell me. James Gosling. Okay. So what is the difference between C and Java? What is the difference between C and Java, guys? What is the difference between C and Java? Okay, procedure oriented language and object oriented language. Okay, so when will I teach you object oriented language, guys? Which page number will I teach you object oriented language? Page number 65. Very good. Okay, so what is the first step in learning any Java programming? I mean, to learn Java programming language, what is the first step?
Setting the
Setting an
environment.
environment. Exactly, right? To set up an Java environment, what is it we have to install? What is it we must install? We must install the JDK.
JDK.
Okay, so what does the JDK contain, guys? Tell me. When you install JDK, what will come along with it? It will contain JRE plus
JRE.
plus Java. So what does JRE stands for? What does JRE stand for? Java Runtime Environment. Yes or no? JRE stands for Java Runtime Environment. Okay. So when you say inside JRE, who is there inside the JRE? Okay, JVM plus
JVM.
yeah, JVM plus runtime class. So what do you mean by JVM? What is the full form of JVM? Java Runtime Environment. Put that in the chat box. JVM stands
Sir,
for
JVM, Java
sorry,
Virtual
Java
Machine.
Virtual Machine. Okay, so Java Virtual Machine. JVM stands for Java Virtual. I'm just reading out what you guys are writing. Okay, so JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine. Okay, right. So what is the next thing? So you understood what do you mean by API, Java language specification, IDE. What does IDE stand for, guys? IDE stand for
Integrated Development Environment.
development environment. Okay, so what can you do with an integrated development environment? You can write code, you can compile code, you can run code, you can actually debug the code. Everything would be in one tool itself, right? One of the example of that is Eclipse. Is that okay? Right? No? Is that okay, guys? Awesome. Right. Now, having said that, okay, now let me again explain you the difference between C++ compilation and Java compilation. Okay, listen to me carefully. Okay, like a story I will tell you. Listen to me, guys. Okay, so in C++, okay, first of all, do you know what do you mean by compilation? What do you mean by compilation? Tell me. Okay, convert
The process of changing high level language to low
high
level
level
language.
into low level language. Correct? No. Okay, so there would be a source code. There would be a source code, say 1.java or 1.c or whatever. This is your source code. Okay, let me put it into picture. Not using any C or anything. Okay, so give me a moment. I'll make it more clear to you. Okay, so this is your code, high level code. Okay, I will write high level code only inside this. Okay, so this is a file which will contain your English like looking high level code. Okay, so finally what will happen over here? So after doing the compilation, okay, you will get the binary code. Yes or no? You'll get the binary code, right? So who will execute this binary code finally? Who will execute this? CPU.
Compiler.
CPU will execute this binary code. Okay?
CPU.
CPU will execute your binary code, correct? So who will convert from high level language to low level language? Who is the one who will actually do that?
Compiler.
It is done by the compiler. Very good, correct? No, right? Okay. So this is the process, right? So any programming language, you will have a source code, and you will have to compile that into binary code, and that binary code you will be running so that the CPU will execute that, and then you will get your output, correct? No, this is how any programming language will work. So practical we'll see tomorrow. Don't worry for that. Okay, we are only understanding this theoretically for now, right? Now, what is the difference between C++ compilation and your Java compilation? What is the difference between these now? Okay, in C++ compilation, okay, see here, if you have one C program, I'll call it as 1.c, okay, and if you are running it on a computer, okay, which is having your Intel processor, assume you have your Intel processor, then what is that you have to do? You have to, okay, if you want to run, okay, let me write it here, okay, let me write it more here. Okay, so if suppose you have an Intel machine, this is your Intel machine, okay, and if you want to run your code, this is your CPU, and if the CPU has to run, right, if you want CPU has to run your 1.c code, right, so what is that you have to do? You have to use a compiler, okay, separate compiler, okay, so that it will generate a binary file, okay, zeros and ones, okay, understood by Intel, correct? No, right?
Yes.
Understood by the Intel guys, right? Now, if suppose you have, okay, another machine, okay, you have another machine, this is one more CPU, and it's it is having a Spark CPU, okay, the assembly instruction for Intel is different, the assembly instruction for Spark is different, right? Now, can I run this binary file into the Spark, guys? Is it possible to run? Is it possible to run? It is not possible. Why? Because this binary file was generated so that only Intel can understand this language. This binary language is only understood by the Intel, not by anyone else.
Intel,
So
not
if I
anyone
take
else.
this and put it over here, it will give you an error. It says, boss, I don't understand what are you speaking. I don't know what is this, right? So what is that we have to do? We have to take this file, again use a new compiler, okay, so that it can generate a binary file for Spark machine. Correct now, guys? Yes or no?
Yeah.
So it is a different, again, if suppose if I have one more CPU with MIPS processor, correct? No, what is that I have to do? I have to use another compiler. The same compiler will not work. So 3 different compilers I have to use so that I can generate a separate binary file which will be executable, which can be executed on separately for MIPS. Is that okay? Okay, guys, is that okay? Did you understand this? This is C++ compiler. Okay, no? So it means for if you want to run your C program on different CPUs, then you have to use 3 different compilers to generate 3 different binaries which can be adjusted for 3 different CPUs. Understanding so much? Do you understood so much, guys? Yes or no? Just say yes in the chat box. Do you understand this? This means that it is platform dependent. Okay, no? Now, what about how did Java get? Now what is the advantage of Java? Okay, Java says that, okay, Java says, now let me write a new picture. Okay, the Java says like this. Okay, I have a Java program, okay, that is 1.java. I have a Java program. Okay, this Java program I will make use of see, let me write 3 machines over here. I have 3 machines. Okay, what is the first machine? This is Intel. What is the second machine? Okay, it is say MIPS. Okay, so the third machine is, say for example, okay, we have Spark. Okay, so now I have a Java program, one Java program I have written, and I will use a compiler. Okay, so let me call it as a compiler. Okay, now what I will do, after using this compiler, I will generate one code. Okay, what is that code called as? Code called as, guys? It will contain some instructions like this, load and all those things. Okay, it is called as bytecode. Okay, it is not dog byte code. Someone is telling bit. It is not bit. That is dog byte. Okay, I'm talking about byt. That is byte code. Okay, no, it is bytecode, correct? So this bytecode, when I actually run it on Intel, okay, who is sitting in Intel, guys? Who is sitting inside this machine? Tell me, who is that hero who is sitting inside this machine? Okay, there is one JVM sitting over here, correct? No, there is a JVM over here. So who is this JVM? What will this JVM do? JVM will understand bytecode, correct? No, he knows bytecode, and he knows the assembly instruction of Intel. He knows bytecode, he knows to read bytecode, and he also knows how to convert that into, he will interpret this code and he'll convert that into the assembly instruction of Intel. Okay, now the same code, can I run it on MIPS, guys? Same bytecode, can I run it on MIPS? Okay, no, it is possible. Why it is possible? Because there is one more JVM sitting here, correct? No, so this JVM can understand this bytecode, and he also knows how to convert this bytecode into the language understandable by MIPS. He is the one who will interpret this code and convert that into the assembly instruction. Java virtual machine, right? Now this bytecode, I will take it into Spark. Even there is a JVM sitting. So what this JVM will do? This JVM will take this bytecode, understand it, and convert that into the underlying machine. Okay, so here you can say, okay, compile once and run it on every machine. Is that okay, guys? Did you understand? This is basically called as, okay, platform independent. Java doesn't depend on any other tools or anything, other compilers and all that. Compile once and you can run it anywhere, right? Suppose if I am running the code on Mac, and if I give you that bytecode, you can run it on your Windows without doing anything else. It will work on your Windows if you have your JVM installed on your machine. Guys, is that
Sir,
okay? Yeah.
sir, bytecode means what, sir?
Bytecode is an intermediate code generated after compiling your Java program.
Okay, sir.
Bytecode is a universal intermediate code, okay, which you get after compiling your Java program. You will get a bytecode. Is that okay?
Sir, means it's not directly converted binary code,
No,
sir.
it is not directly in binary format. You will have some English and all that over there. Okay, it is a Java bytecode. It is an intermediate code. It is not binary language. It is not related to any specific processor. Very good question. It does not contain any assembly instructions. It does not contain any specific what is that? Assembly instruction related code. It doesn't contain. Okay, so that bytecode is an intermediate code which can be understood by only JVM. JVM will take that and then convert that into the equivalent binary code. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
No problem. You have doubt, you can ask me. I'll clear it off. Is that okay? Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. If you can unmute yourself and you can talk to me, I'll be very happy. Okay. Okay. So right. So what is that, sir? Can't we have something like JVM as in Java for C or C++ languages? Bhagyashree, I think you can develop by yourself. Okay. So currently it is not there. Nobody have developed it. Okay. So Bhagyashree, if you really like to develop it, please go ahead and develop it. Okay. Something like that. Okay. So currently there is nothing like that. Is that okay, Bhagyashree? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay, so what is the difference between debugging and compiling? We'll discuss that, Disha, tomorrow over a period of time. Okay, so compiling, did you understand, Disha? Disha, do you understand compiling? Yeah. Okay. So, sir, okay, guys, I will, I will stop the class for today and I will continue from Monday. So, I'm now ready to take your questions. So, can you please unmute yourself and, ask me doubts? Okay. Is that okay, guys? I am stopping the class now. Okay, and I will continue the class from Monday. Okay, so now I'll just take up all your doubts. Okay, so only related to the topic. I won't take unrelated doubts. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay. So guys, please unmute if possible. It will be very happy. I'll be very happy. Reading your comments is very difficult. Okay, I'll not understand. Please unmute yourself. Okay. Thanks, Rohit.
Sir,
yeah.
Sir, sorry for this. It's a general problem. I don't know. Suddenly my chat box is not running.
Okay, tell me. So you want me to solve that problem?
I don't know exactly. I said from then I was typing and getting stuck in between. I don't know. My internet is good.
Okay, so what is the doubt that you have?
I don't have any time. Clear with the topic, but I'm about to type. We are asking us to type right answers.
Okay, man. Thanks, man. What is your good name, man?
Jagdish.
Jagdish, thank you, Jagdish. You're so good, man. Love you so much. Okay, yeah, chalo. Good, man. It's okay, no problem. Okay, yeah, Jagdish. Right. So, anyone else? Can you please unmute?
Sir, I'm Nagahamsini, sir.
Yeah, Nagahamsini, tell me.
Sir, can you please explain difference between binary code and assembly code, sir?
Binary code and assembly code. Assembly code is one which is it is more detailed in the hardware. Okay, but still let me tell you. Okay, your assembly code is like, have you done your 8085? Microprocessor 8085?
No, sir.
You're not done. What are you studying?
Sir, BTech IT.
IT. You're not done 8086, 8085 microprocessor programming?
No, sir. No, sir.
Then it is quite difficult for me to explain. Yeah. So assembly instructions are those instructions that the CPU will actually understand. Okay. That internally what happens. Okay. That assembly instruction still has to go to binary. That is zeros and ones. I know you cannot understand now, right? Assembly instructions is the high level language for CPU. Assembly instruction is a high level language for CPU. It will contain instructions like add, multiplication instructions. Okay, so that instruction set would then be converted into binary format internally. So it's a two-step. So I have been in this entire class, I've been saying binary, binary, binary. Okay, so because I don't want to discuss assembly and all, it is of no use because I'm teaching Java. Okay, but internally what happens is that every CPU will have its own assembly language. Okay, no, so like different instruction sets. So that instruction set end of the day would again get converted into binary format. That is how it is. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah, fine. Okay. Next, anyone else?
Sir, I'm Darshini.
Yeah, Darshini, tell me.
Sir, whether compiler gives binary code or bytecode as an output?
Java compiler will give you bytecode. C compiler will give you your binary code.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
No problem. Yeah. Anyone else? Any other question? Good. Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, in the video that you gave yesterday, that you said about bytecode is about storage, sir. 1 byte is equal to 8 bits.
Which? Okay.
Java.
Digital electronics, sir.
Okay. That is BYT. That is byte different. This is not. That is not this. That has
Sorry
nothing to do with this.
for asking that same question again. As you
Getting it?
said,
Hello.
assembly
Hello.
language.
Guys, others, can you please unmute? Others, can you please mute? Sorry. Buddy, what is your name? Who asked me
Sir.
doubts now? What is your name?
Mia, sir.
What is your name?
Sahil, sir.
Sahil, tell me. Sahil, that is byte. That is single byte. That is that has nothing to do with this. This is a different thing. This is a byte code.
Okay, sir. Because the same word came. That's why I got confused.
That has nothing to do with this. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Next, any other question?
Sir, do we have any like separate environment, like there is standard environment and enterprise environment, right? Client apps and servlets.
Yeah.
Do we need to learn only one environment or all the three?
No, this is
when we go to the workplace.
It is not environment. So for Java, you need your JDK and all that. Okay. And for enterprise edition, you have to install your Tomcat server to run your server. You need server for that. To do server side programming, you have to install your Tomcat server for it. There is Tomcat, there is Ninjax. There are different servers that you'll have to install.
Yes, I have heard about it.
Yeah, you'll have to install Tomcat to run your server side programming. But if you want to do that, you must know Java. It runs on Java only.
Okay.
Okay. For now, in the course, not required.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean by standalone client app, sir?
Standalone is the program. Let me show you a simple program. Okay, let me write. Okay, so my first Java program. That's all. This is my standalone. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is my standalone program, nothing else. It cannot do anything else. It's only one program. Okay, it will not. So basically, whatever I'm talking to you now, okay, you are talking to me over Zoom, right? You're talking to me over Zoom, right? Zoom is a client server application, right? What is your name? What's your name?
Suhas, sir.
Suhas, you're talking to me over Zoom, right?
Yes, sir.
Zoom call, right? Okay, so Zoom call is basically you have a server and you have a client, correct? That is server side.
Yes.
That is, you have client and server applications. Standalone is only one single program. It cannot talk to any other program and all that. Only one program doing only one job at a time. That's all. That is basically called a standalone applications. Is that okay? Single program. Okay. That's all. One program, not talking to anyone else. That's how it is.
Hello, Subhas. This is Timegoda.
This is Timegoda. Okay, Timegoda, tell me.
Subhas, when we in Java compiler, we create a particular CPU, it will create a bytecode.
Can you be louder? Yeah, can you be louder?
That bytecode which is generated in any specific CPU. So when we are using the same bytecode to other CPU, so that JVM, related JVM, it will convert it into some other format like assembly instruction or binary.
Yes, it will see first it has to be generated to assembly instruction, then into binary. That is the two-step will definitely happen in every JVM.
Okay.
Yeah, it has to happen. It has to happen because I am directly saying it will convert it to binary because I am not going deep into it. Okay, but internally two steps have to happen.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Any other questions?
Sir.
Yeah, tell me. What is your name?
Hello.
Yeah, tell me. Yeah, what's your name?
Sir, myself is Kavya.
Kavya, tell me.
Sir, Java Standard Edition, Mobile Edition, Enterprise Edition, are they application different application of Java or anything, sir?
They are not different applications of Java. They are technologies which makes use of Java.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay. So
Sir,
they
is
are
it
technologies
possible
which
to
developed
code
in
for
Java.
all three?
What do you mean by it is possible to code for all three?
Like, I guess Android development comes under mobile edition and
Okay.
application comes under enterprise. Is it like that or
You can,
anything?
yes, it is, you can consider like that. Yes, you can
Okay,
consider
sir.
like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sir, I'm Aprupa.
Yeah, Prupa, tell me.
Sir, when will the bytecode converts into binary code?
When you run that code, I'll show you that practically tomorrow.
Okay. Sir,
Okay,
I have
but yeah, but
another
tomorrow
doubt.
you cannot see the binary code. Okay, you'll only see the output. That's all. Okay, the
Okay.
JVM will convert that into
Uh,
binary code.
I have another doubt, sir.
Yeah.
If two people have the same Intel processor, is it possible to copy that paste in my system? Is it possible to paste it on in my Intel?
Very
I
difficult to
mean, if
have very difficult to have two different systems with the same specification. You must have the same operating system, even without any minute changes, and you should also have the same Intel processor, operating system, and Intel exactly it should match. Not even a single instruction should change. In that case, it is possible. Else, it is not possible at all. And in real time, to get two different systems with the same configuration, same everything same is totally, it's very difficult. But yes, if you have two different systems with the, as you said, exactly matches, then it will you will be able to do it.
okay, thank you, sir.
No problem.
So this is Meghna.
Yeah, Meghna, tell me.
Sir, I'm confused with this JDK and IDE. Whether IDE is a part of JDK or they're two are
No, they're
different
two different. Okay. Okay, I got it. Okay. So what happens is there's when you have when you have this sometimes when you, sometimes again it's sometimes there are certain JDKs, certain IDEs which does not need your JDK at all. Okay, they would have done everything inside that IDE and given to you. So you need to just write your code and run the code. That's all. Okay, and there are certain IDEs like Eclipse or NetBeans and all that, which will only give you an environment to run, compile and all that, but internally you need your JDK to be installed so that it can work. You got what I'm trying to tell you?
Yes, sir.
But
Yes.
in case JDK is needed, it's an environment which will help you. It will contain your JVM, right? No, but IDE is not guaranteed that they will have your JVM. They'll only give you a way to actually write your code, compile and all that, but it will require that you must have your JDK in your computer. Okay, so but there are certain online IDEs which don't need, they have their own JDK and all that. You just need to write your code and run it. Everything they will take care.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
no problem. Yes. Okay. Okay.
Sir,
Anything else?
sir, this is Soumya Ganapati, sir.
Yeah, Soumya, tell me.
Sir, I'm really sorry, sir. When you asked me to unmute
One
myself,
second.
I
Yeah,
was
1 second.
trying.
Joshua, micro or mobile? Okay, it is almost the same. Micro or mobile and all that. Okay, no, micro is a smaller version, mobile edition. Is that okay? I said mobile edition only. Yeah, it is the same. Okay, yeah, fine. Who is this? Soumya Ganapati. Yes, Soumya Ganapati. Tell me.
Yes, sir. When you asked me to unmute myself, I was trying a lot of time to unmute, but I didn't realize that unmuting is not allowed. I thought my mic was not working, sir. After that, I
Oh,
realized that it's not
okay.
allowed. I'm sorry, sir.
No
I
problem.
heard you, but I can't do that, sir.
Okay, no problem. Yeah. You have any doubt?
No, sir. No, sir. I just want to clear that, sir. I heard you, but I can't unmute myself,
Okay,
sir.
no
So,
problem. Yeah.
just
Okay. Any other doubts
thank you,
that you
sir.
have?
No, sir. No,
Hello,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, tell me next. Yeah, tell me please.
Sir, what is this development tools in JDK, sir?
Like your Java C and your compilers. Okay. Basically your compilers. And that is your compiler. Give that as an, I'm just giving an example as your compiler. Compiler is your development tool. You want your for compiling and all, no, for that purpose.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, sir. Shekhar here.
Yeah. Who is this?
Sir, Shekhar here.
Shekhar, yeah, Shekhar, tell me.
Yeah, bytecode is something like instruction. See now in compilation, there is a assembler which convert assembly into binary.
Okay.
The bytecode is similar like this. This bytecode will again like how assembler do, the JVM will do byte conversion to binary.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah. So bytecode is it like instruction? So it is like human readable.
It is human readable, okay, but you will not be, if you must understand bytecode language itself. It's a universal Java language basically. I mean, when I say Java language, universally accepted bytecode language. You can read it, but if you must understand how it is, like how you have your assembly instruction, no, like that, it is an intermediate code, okay, but you must know bytecode to understand what is written over there. But as you said, yes, it is human readable.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yes. Next question. Anyone else?
Sir, I'm Anusha, sir.
Yeah, Anusha, tell me.
Sir, after running bytecode, we get bytecode or binary code, sir?
After running bytecode, you get your output.
Okay, sir.
After running bytecode, you get your output. Yeah, which would
Okay.
internally it will get converted into binary code and all that, and it will finally give you your output. That is what JVM will do.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anyone else?
Sir.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me, who is that? Tell me. Tell me.
So my name is Pawan.
Yeah, Pawan. Tell me.
So after finishing Java standard edition, so we can directly work on Java EE and ME, or we have to undergo another course for it.
You want to learn from me, you can undergo one more course. If you want to do it by yourself, you can definitely go and do it by yourself.
Yes, sir. Means we need I mean.
What is that? Hello, what is that?
Sir, sir, after learning
Hello, one second. Someone was asking me about. Yeah, tell me, what is it, Pa? Hello. Okay. Hey, can you please be louder and faster? Thank you, Niveta.
Sir,
tell me, Ma.
Sir, after working in standard edition, learning on standard edition, can we able to work on mobile edition or entrepreneur edition?
Yeah, you can. Why not? You cannot. For that, you need to
Hello?
learn this. Whatever it is, you'll have to learn this actually. You have to learn this properly so that you can do it by yourself. Okay? Hello?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, Ma. Fine.
Hello?
If you have any doubt in the session,
Sir.
yeah, tell me. Tell me, no? Ask me your doubts, please. Any doubts? Any more doubts? Amanda DiCosta is asking, sir, if I can share source code itself directly, then why the need to share compiled code? Okay. Okay, you have, okay, let me give you an analogy or something. Amanda DiCosta, can you please talk to me? Can you just, can you unmute yourself and talk to me? Then I'll be able to explain it to you. No, you don't want to unmute? Okay. Guys, any other doubts you have? Before closing, do you have any other doubts, guys? Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, yeah, my laptop is a little slow, so
okay.
Time to unmute.
Who is this?
Amanda, sir.
Amanda. Okay, Amanda, you have a very good name, Amanda DiCosta. Right, very nice name. Okay, so yeah, tell me, Amanda, what is your doubt?
Sir, I wanted to know if we can share the source code directly, then why do we need to share the compiled code, like between different processors?
Okay, so suppose you are running a company. Okay, you are running a company and you are master in writing some, inbuilt libraries. You're getting what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Your your company is a master in developing some inbuilt libraries and all that. Okay, so now suppose I approach your company. Suppose, say for example, you write libraries for generating graphics. Okay, some nice graphics and all that, you write libraries for it. Okay, now me being your client, I come to your company and say, Amanda, can you please, Amanda, right? What is that? Amanda.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Amanda, can you please give me the source code for all your libraries? Will you give me?
Yes, sir.
You'll give me? Yes, you are innocent, you'll give me, right? No, because, okay, nobody will give the source code. The reason is that, okay, when you give me the source code, what I will do is, I will take the source code, I will start my own company called as, Subhash Graphics, and I will actually start giving, I will compile the code and only give the binary format to people. I will not give the source code to anyone. You're understanding it?
Yes, I understand.
Source code is your own code which you have developed for several years. From several years, you've been developing it, right? When you give the source code to someone else, they anyways have the source code. Okay, why should they come to you? They will not pay you again. So what is that when I come to your company and say, can you give the source code? You must say, no, I'll not give the source code. I will compile it and give you the binary format. You run the code, whatever you want, you run the code, right? Now, so you run the code. I will not, if you want, once again, you want it, and I mean, you want me to do any changes and all that, let me know. I will make the changes. I'll compile it once again and then give you the binary format. Okay. So if you give me the source code, okay, so I will start my own company and I will start selling the output to someone else. Did you understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Amanda, or simply saying yes, sir?
No, I understood, sir.
That is as simple as that. That's all. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, fine. Anyone else, guys? Anyone else? Any doubt? Any doubt, guys? Okay. Can you tell about API? APIs, yeah, tell me, who is this?
Sir, can we convert binary code into source code?
Very good. Okay, so very good question. Can we convert your binary code into source code? So who is this?
Sahil, sir.
Sahil, have you eaten masala dosa?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and assume that you did not, and suppose, and once the masala dosa went into your stomach, it became digested masala dosa?
Yes, sir.
So can you convert your digested masala dosa into your original masala dosa?
No, sir.
Why not?
Because it is mashed and totally mixed.
Totally mixed in your stomach. Okay, but once you vomit off, what will happen? You'll get the pieces, bits and pieces of your masala dosa?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? So same thing, you can try to convert your binary code, which is bits and pieces of your source code, and you will get some bits and pieces of source code, but you will not be able to get your final source code. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, fine, man. Okay, but people are still trying to do that. There is something called as decompilers, which is basically, they've been working on. Okay, yeah. Any other question, guys? Tell me. Any other question? Thanks,
Hello,
JJ.
sir.
Yeah, tell me. Yeah,
Sir,
tell me.
can you give the tip of the day, sir, as you are giving in CE classes, sir?
Okay, the tip of the day today is that when I ask you in the group, how was the class today, you are supposed to respond. Okay, no? So when you respond to people, they feel very happy about it. Okay, anyone for that matter. Okay, so there are 100, almost, 180 people are there, and this batch students, some 70, 60, 70 people are there. Hardly 30 people only message, only respond. Okay, so when only 35 people respond, we really don't know what is really happening in the class. Correct, no? Who is this? Who is speaking to me?
Sir, Arpita.
Arpita, correct, no, Arpita? So
Yes,
anytime when someone messages you or requests you something, you have to respond, correct, no? So only then you can actually have very good relationship with people. Yes or no, Arpita?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
sir.
today you have to respond in the class, like how was the class? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, fine, Arpita. Okay, guys, any other doubts, guys? Shall I mark the classes complete? Shall I mark the classes complete, guys? Yes or no? I'm waiting for you. Is that okay? Right? Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, so meet you on Monday with a lot of practicals. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. Okay. Thank you, Tisha. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye. See you.